Good morning and a very warm welcome to this day 3 of Expansion 2019, and also, hence the hat, my last live of 2018. This is it. I am wrapping up. How very fortuitous with my wording, but I am concluding business today, so I'm really excited. So I'll be doing a little bit in the background, getting ready for 2019, but yeah, this is my last live. I wanted to bring this content with you and then kind of close the doors on the Business Growers HQ for 2018, and what a year it has been, and what a year 2019 is going to be as well. So over the last 2 days, I have been sharing content about getting you ready, getting you in a position to be wide open for business, for calling in exactly what you want. So day 1 was your big business review, and if you've not had an opportunity to actually complete that, I really urge you to do that before 2019 actually starts. Very powerful. Day 2 yesterday was all about up-leveling. You know, you've got this far doing what you've done. If you, like me, have got big juicy goals for 2019, you will already be naturally thinking about the next stage, but there's some work that you can do with yourself that will actually help you to up-level your thoughts, your feelings and your actions, so you can start to quantum leap in your business, because that's what we want. We want you to stop throwing spaghetti at the wall. We want you to be approaching your business like the CEO that you truly are, and to be coming at it logically, strategically, with your heart as well, making sure that everything that you do is in alignment with who you are, how you want to show up in the world, and to be in the best possible position to go out there and absolutely smash 2019. Now, vision work is one of my favourite pieces of work that you can do for your business. And I wasn't planning on showing this, but I'll show this. And this is a project that I have got planned to redo over the Christmas period with my family. But this is a vision board that I created back in 2012, when my business was really starting to pick up pace and move things forward. And a vision board is just one of the things that you can do. And after today's exercise, it might be something that actually really appeals for you to complete as well. But what happened in 2012, when I put that together in the early months of 2012, there was all sorts of things in there that I didn't have any particular reason for putting them on, but it just felt like the right images to put on, the right wording. And then when I actually looked back to the end of 2012, and what had happened in that time is that I really started to step up, became really clear about who I was. I said yes to a really exciting opportunity, which was really not on my radar, but it just felt like the right thing to do, even though the research was kind of saying, no, this isn't the right thing for you to do. And that was to run a networking group for female entrepreneurs in my hometown in York. And that opened so many doors, and it really led me on the path to becoming a business coach. And what the things that really amused me on that vision board is that in 2012, on the night of launching that networking event, I was getting ready. I was really nervous, talking to large groups of people filled me with fear, but that was something I was committing to doing every single month. I knew that I had to do something big to kind of overcome that fear. And as I was getting ready and I was drying my hair in the mirror, my vision board was actually propped behind the mirror, so you don't even need to have them on display for them to work. And as I pulled it out to have a look at it, I realised that in the bottom right hand corner there was a picture that I'd stuck on, and it was a teepee. And this TP is significant because on my opening event for my networking group is that I was being supported by my keynote speaker, who's a fabulous female entrepreneur here in York, and she's got an international thriving, massively profitable business that her and her husband created, and their business is to hire out TPs. And that is the power of completing this work. So I was talking to my clients about this yesterday in their live masterclass, where we were looking in detail about creating juicy visions and goals and actions for 2019, and the power of training your brain for intercepting the things that you want and calling those things in that you really want to have in your life, in your business, is so powerful. You know, I took them through a really powerful visualization exercise. I shared with them really powerful journaling exercises that you can do at any time. And I shared, you know, the things that have happened to me when I've really focused on my mindset, and I've, you know, become that focused. That kind of example with my vision board is just one of those examples. The other example is back in 2016, my husband and I, for many years, talked about having a second home, a holiday home. We always envisaged it to be by the sea. And we got this amazing opportunity to actually purchase my grandparents' home, which my dad had owned for 20 years and had rented out a long lease. And he'd come to a point where he needed to change that, and he was looking to put this property on the market. And I knew this property really well. I absolutely adored this property. I had so many happy memories connected to this property. It's in the most beautiful, picturesque village, probably 20 miles away from the sea. And my husband had never, ever been to do it. So we were just on holiday, and I said, hey, do you fancy going to see this property before my dad puts it on the open market? And thankfully he said yes. And we had 4 days left of our holiday before we were going to view the property. And I just journaled my heart out. And I visualised us having the property and having it renovated, because it really needed a lot of work doing to it. And I could see us there as a family really enjoying the space. And that's what happened. And it took us a year to purchase the property. You know, hey, you think buying from family it'd be easy, but it wasn't. There was all sorts of challenges and obstacles that kind of came up, just like it is when we're in business. And I kept that vision so strong, and it happened, and we renovated it, and now we use it as a second home. Next year we're actually going to turn it into a business venture. So lots of, you know, really amazing opportunities came up because I kept the vision, because I built that mindset. And it's exactly the same in business. Back in 2016, when I flicked my switch, it was because I'd made a decision, and I coupled that with vision work, because I coupled that with mindset work, and because I reprogrammed my brain for success, for new opportunities, for confidence and belief in myself and in my business. So I hope that's given you a backstory, my understanding of how powerful mindset work is. And what we're going to look at now is the vision for your business, and we're going to do it as an exercise, but obviously you can bring a visualization into that. You can use it as a journaling prompt at any point, and I'm going to give you maybe let me think about it as we're going through the content, but I have in my mind to give you a little Christmas present and share something that's mightily powerful, which you can do, and it will really help you keep the vision of your future version of your life and your business in your mind. So today it is all about getting a blank piece of paper, but better than that, kind of almost like letting go of everything that's happened in 2018, even if that's just for this period of time that you're working through this exercise. So I want to kind of encourage you just to kind of like have a pen, have a piece of paper, and just take a few breaths. Just get settled in your seat, and to know that the next couple of minutes that you're going to work through the exercise that I'm going to share with you is going to be really powerful. Remember what I've shared about the power of when you commit to completing mindset work, things happen fast as well. So just settle, and there may be things that if I'm going fast, you might want to pause this and come back and go on to the next stage. So do with it what you need to. So just want you to settle, just pause. You might want to close your eyes, but I just want to let you open up a space for you right now, that everything that you want in 2019 is possible. We're not worrying about the how today. The how will come with the actions that you decide to take as a result of what comes up today. We're not worried about the how. Everything and anything is possible in this exercise. And it's about starting to build that belief, starting to up-level your thoughts and feelings. So if you've completed day 2 of Expansion 2019, you will already be thinking bigger, juicier. So here you are, 2019, everything and anything is possible. You are the businesswoman of the future. This is you as your future self. So you will still be you, but you won't have the worries and the frustrations that you currently have because you're building a thriving, profitable business that you love. And everything that you want to happen in 2018 that hasn't happened, that's still important to you, is what you want to include in this and more. So just with those kind of breaths, I want you to think about the reason why you're here. You know, are you here to play it small and scared in your business, or are you here to play it big and expansive and juicy in your business? Are you here to work with a few of your soulmate clients, or are you here to work with many of your soulmate clients and to impact them positively in the most beautiful, brilliant way? You get to choose. Are you an innovator and somebody who inspires others? Are you a pioneer? Are you somebody who's got a really big message, a really big passion for your clients? Really connecting with your why. Why are you here? You know, sometimes we forget all this, don't we? We're so busy with everything that we need to do, or we think we need to do. So it's really about connecting with why you are here. You know, what are your big dreams? And I talked about this again with the members of the 5K Club yesterday, about how, you know, during a course of a year, when we've put ourselves out there and things have happened and that's been great, that is amazing. But equally, it's a balance, isn't it? There'll be things that have happened that haven't worked out as you wanted them to for lots of different reasons. And sometimes the impact of those things that didn't work out can unintentionally keep us small, unintentionally keep us safe. And the purpose of these 3 days was to open you up to the possibility and the potential that you have, going back to probably the very early days of why you set up in your business. And I really want you to connect with that. Like, let that feeling fill you up. So my why is to ensure that female entrepreneurs run a profitable business, that they don't go through the years of strife and frustration and angst that I went through, where my confidence, my self-belief, my self-esteem just dipped, and I felt as if I was just nothing, and I wasn't good enough to actually achieve the things that I wanted to. And that's the impact of things that don't work out. So we want to recognize that there are things that don't work out and things that do work out. And we want to put aside those things that haven't worked out. And we want to open ourselves up back to that possibility before you even got started on this crazy journey fully, and really connect with your why. And now we're going to get into a time machine. We're going to hop into a time machine and we're going to transport ourselves forward into 2019. And we're going to transport through the months. We're going to go through January and February and March. So maybe this sees you coming back to business with clarity and passion and focus, and sees you building momentum in your business. And then we've got the spring months. We've got April, May and June. And maybe you've made a big decision that you're going to take August off. So you start to, get really clear about what you bring into the market in those 3 months, so you can take that period of time off. Then you've got the summer months. You've got July, August, September, and then the final part of 2019. And here we are at the end of 2019. It's December 2019. And what I want you to now kind of do is sit here and think, like, you might want to close your eyes and just think about everything you are setting out to achieve in 2019, and starting to really allow yourself to be filled up with all the possibility, all the positivity, all the potential that those 12 months are giving you. It's almost like a clean slate, isn't it? And that's what I want you to do with your pen and your piece of paper, is for you to write out your perfect day in business. So it doesn't have to be December 2019. It could be the summer months. It could be somewhere else. It could be March. You pick a time frame. And I want for you to write out, and again, this is maybe the part where you need to pause and come back to it, but you write out exactly what your perfect day looks like. And you can have so much fun with this. You're going big and glorious and massive, as expansive as possible. You might be the only person who ever sees this, but this is about opening you up to everything that's happening. And it's writing your perfect day. So we're starting first thing in the morning. There you are. You're waking up. Where are you waking up? Who are you waking up with? What is your morning routine? How do you feel? So you write all of those things down. You can write about your kind of morning routine of getting up and having breakfast. Maybe you choose to exercise. Maybe you do some meditation. Maybe you're journaling. Maybe you have a shower. You really go deep into what this experience is like. Maybe you're in a completely different house, so you've had parts of your house redecorated because you're earning more money. So just open yourself up. You may have employed a housekeeper who's looking after your home. Maybe they've prepared breakfast for you. Everything and anything is possible. Next, take yourself into, getting dressed. You're looking at yourself in the mirror, and you're looking at yourself, and you like what you see. So perhaps your makeup's spot on, perhaps your hair is amazing, or perhaps it's not. It doesn't have to be, does it? This is entirely up to you. You might prefer to see yourself first in the morning with your hair pulled back, with your gym clothes on, knowing that you're going to go and do some exercise. You might decide that actually today is a day that you're working from home in your pajamas. This is your perfect day. And then you want to transport yourself into your working day. What does that look like? And again, just have loads and loads of fun with it. Think about, the time that you start work. Where are you working? What's that environment like? Think about who you're working with. So, you can describe your ideal client here and how easy it was for you to call those people into you, and how it feels to work with those people and see the transformational change that they're having because of the work that you're doing together. And see yourself in that kind of role of CEO, where you're tracking your money, you're tracking your sales, you've got a forward plan, you know exactly what you're doing. And be aware of other people who are supporting you in your business and in your life. So perhaps you've employed a VA, a tech VA, perhaps you've got an accountant, perhaps you've got a designer. Whatever you want, write it down. And you write down what your perfect day looks like. The hours that you work, the money that you generate, and the people that you're working with, who's supporting you, how it all feels. Really, really get very clear about it. And you do that for the rest of the day. So, the time that you finish and how you feel about it, and maybe some of the jobs that you do at the end of the day, perhaps you're handing off work to somebody else to do. And then think about what you do for the rest of the day. What does the end of your perfect day look like? Perhaps you take some time out. Perhaps you have a nap. Perhaps you eat some lovely food. Go and have a coffee with a friend. Go on a school run. Go and do some exercise. Go and take a walk with the dog. Whatever it is, you write it out. And this is your big, juicy vision for 2019. And I make no apologies for putting life and business together, because actually I don't think you can separate the two. And I think it's way more powerful to bring them together. And within that kind of vision for 2019, it's thinking about the people who you're surrounded by. Perhaps you've joined the 5K club and you've connected with like-minded, amazing, wonderful women who are on your track. Perhaps you're working with me and you're really getting the support and the clarity that you want. You can see your business moving forward. You want to talk about the relationships that you have outside of business and what they're like. Perhaps you're a working parent and you come to the end of the day and then you get some time to hang out with your children or your husband or your partner or whatever that is. And this is your perfect day, and you write it out, and this is your big, juicy vision for 2019. And what you can do from that is then extract out the elements that are business, obviously extract out the bits that are, really important for you for life as well. But for the business side of things is to look at, what are your big juicy goals for 2019, start to draw those out. And that's kind of your strategic planning for 2019. And this is the gift that I'm going to give you for Christmas, is the power of this exercise. I cannot tell you how powerful this is. And it will change over time, and you might even look back over some of your versions of this and think, wow, that's so not important. This element is so not important anymore, but I've achieved that and I'm on track to achieve this. That's generally what happens, but it's brilliant to have a line in the sand. So kind of my gift to you is something that I've been sharing with my clients, and I love, love, love doing this, is that what you've created, what you have written down here, these are like your morning papers. So you can write them out over and over and again. But what's really lovely is if you have a set of morning papers that you read every morning, and this keeps you on track for building that belief and that pathway within your brain that this is what you're looking for, this is the path that you're taking, and you read those morning papers, and it'll inspire and motivate you, and it will remind you of why you're here. It will remind you that you're here to play way bigger than you perhaps have done previously. And it will remind you that you have got the faith in yourself to actually make this happen. So I would love to hear your feedback on this. I love this work. I love doing this work with my clients. I have got personally so many brilliant results from bringing this practice into my business. And I want to share that with you, because my big vision is to have women, really growing their business. And I'm going to really talk from the heart now, because I think this is important, is that we are the first generation of women who have hung up our corporate hats, and we have somehow taken a leap of faith with ourselves that we can do this, that we can run brilliant, amazing businesses, and that we can have a positive impact with ourselves, our families, our clients, our community, the world. And that we can do the most glorious work that we feel like passionate about. And we are the people, we are the women who other people will look to us. And they'll probably be able to go way faster than us, because they'll be able to learn really, really fast how to do this. We've had to find our way. And my vision for the 5K Club is to hold a space, a community of like-minded people, of women who are ready to take the work. I will never try to sell you like a solution that claims that you just need to buy this one thing and everything will happen. The most important thing with the 5K Club is that you are prepared to take action, and that you are prepared to turn up and identify what you're working on, ask for support, ask for clarity, and start to work towards it, and to be supported. And that's my vision for the 5K Club, is to have a intimate community of amazing women who are all working towards the same goal, who are on a similar journey. Where, I'm supporting you, but you're supported by your people. You have got a place to come. And that you have 12 months of support and 12 months of continuous strategy, planning, implementation that will see you get to your perfect day. And this is all about you putting your hands up and saying, in the first instance, I believe in myself that I can and I will achieve my dreams. The second one is understanding that you resonate with me, that I am the right resource for you, that you can see that I can, be supportive, but I can also be challenging. And I'm going to help you over those bumps and challenges. And the kind of final element is that you are prepared to do the work. If you are looking for a shiny object that you think just by buying it, you are going to be able to complete the work, this is not the thing for you. And that thing actually doesn't exist. What does exist is you, content, support, coaching, overcoming challenges, building your faith and your belief in yourself. And if that feels like the perfect resource for you, This is the final day that I've got the 5K Club doors open for 2018. I will, in all honesty, I'll be completely transparent now. The doors will be reopening later on in January, but it will be at a higher price point. So you have been part of my world, and I'm deeply grateful for that. But if you want to see yourself set up, knowing that you're coming back in January to business with like 12 months support and your own group of people who are going to help and support you, get you to your perfect day, this is a great opportunity to come and join the 5K Club. It's currently, for 12 months membership, is currently at $399, and there is a payments plan as well. The full details are up in the sales pitch, which I've just shared. And this is a place where magic really happens. And what is beautiful about this is that I hold quarterly live events where so many of my members from the 5K Club come and join. So I actually get to physically meet you, and you get to meet your other colleagues as well. So it's a real live program. It is not something that is going to sit on your hard drive and you're never going to look at it. This is a thriving live club where you will be supported by myself to grow your business to 5K a month. I'm there every week to answer your questions. I'm there creating content for you, running live versions of the 5K Club, which I think is a really important aspect, where I will be encouraging you to get involved in these 90-day cycles where you will have an opportunity to plan out exactly what you want to be calling into your business in the next 90 days. And then we'll do them in 90-day chunks. So you're going to be working smarter, you're going to be working strategically, but you're going to be working on the things that you are absolutely passionate about as well. So I'm going to conclude my sales pitch there. And just to let you know that, I am off, this is my last live, but if there are any questions that you've got, because I appreciate that $399 is still an investment. I want it to be an investment. I want you to purchase this with thought and consideration. Of course I do. So if you do have questions, you can PM me until Friday. I'm still around, but I'm just not at my desk. And if this is the right place for you, if you're like, oh my God, I'm going to do a leap of faith in me and Rachel and the 5K Club, I'd be delighted to welcome you in, along with all the other new members who are joining us as well. So the final thing for me to say is to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a very fabulous 2019. I cannot wait to come back in 2019 refreshed, re-energized, and ready to, weave magic, not just in my business, but in your business as well, if that's what you choose. So have a really fabulous break, and I look forward to seeing you in a very short period of time. Bye for now.